In a shocking and emotional turn of events, Coronation Street fans were left heartbroken tonight as Becky Swain made her emotional exit from Weatherfield, a farewell that marks the end of one of the soap's most gripping storylines in recent months. Becky's departure came after weeks of turmoil, emotional reunions, and a devastating confrontation that left her with no choice but to walk away from the only life she knew. The episode, which aired tonight, saw Becky finally make the painful decision to leave Weatherfield behind, leaving Lisa Swain, her daughter Betsy, and fiancé Carla Connor shattered in her wake. The build-up to Becky's exit has been tense and emotionally charged. After reappearing earlier this year, long presumed dead after being forced to fake her own death, Becky's return threw everyone's lives into chaos. Her shocking reemergence reignited old wounds, reopened painful memories, and tore apart relationships that had only just begun to heal. Tonight's episode began with Becky facing the consequences of her past lies. As Lisa confronted her for the last time, the heartbreak was palpable. Lisa, torn between love, anger, and betrayal, told Becky she couldn't trust her anymore. Carla, standing nearby, was equally torn, watching helplessly as the woman she once saw as a threat revealed her true pain. In one gut-wrenching moment, Becky told Lisa, "I didn't come back to ruin your life. I came back because I never stopped loving you or Betsy." But the damage was done. With tears streaming down her face, Lisa responded coldly, "Then maybe loving us means letting us go." Perhaps the most heartbreaking scene came when Becky said goodbye to her daughter, Betsy Swain, the young teen who had been struggling to understand her mother's sudden reappearance, finally broke down as Becky prepared to leave. In an emotional hug, Betsy whispered, "I just got you back, Mom. Please don't go again." Becky's tearful reply, "I wish I could stay, love. But I've done too much damage. You deserve better," left viewers in tears across social media. Many fans called it one of the most emotional moments Coronation Street has delivered in years. Becky's exit also leaves behind a wave of tension between Lisa Swain and Carla Connor. With Lisa still recovering from the emotional fallout, Carla has been struggling to support her while dealing with her own insecurities about their relationship. Tonight's scenes hinted that Lisa's unresolved feelings for Becky could threaten her engagement to Carla. After Becky's departure, Lisa was seen sitting alone in silence, staring at the empty street. Carla quietly joined her, placing a hand on her shoulder. Without looking up, Lisa whispered, "She's really gone this time." Carla's quiet response, "Then let's hope it's for the right reasons," perfectly captured the heartbreak and uncertainty now facing the couple. Becky's exit leaves behind many unanswered questions. Will Lisa and Carla's relationship survive? Will Betsy be able to move on from the pain of losing her mother all over again? And could Becky one day return? Or is this truly the end of her journey on Coronation Street? Soap insiders have remained tight-lipped about whether actress Amy Cudden, who plays Becky Swain, will reprise her role in the future. However, fans are already speculating that Becky's story might not be entirely over. Given Coronation Street's history of dramatic comebacks, it wouldn't be surprising if Becky resurfaced later down the line, perhaps under very different circumstances. Social media erupted moments after the episode aired. Viewers took to X, formerly Twitter, to express their heartbreak, with hashtags like #GoodbyeBecky, #Coronation Street, and #SwainFamily trending within minutes. "This storyline broke me. Lisa, Carla, and Becky, pure emotional chaos." The writing and acting were on another level tonight. Even longtime fans of the show praised the emotional depth and realism of Becky's farewell, calling it one of the most beautifully written exits in years. Becky Swain's character has always been a symbol of strength, redemption, and tragedy. From her turbulent past as a police officer forced into hiding, to her desperate attempts to reunite with her family, Becky's journey has been filled with heartbreak and resilience. Her final episode served as a fitting, if devastating, conclusion to her story, As she took one last look at Weatherfield, Becky whispered to herself, "Maybe one day they'll forgive me." Then, with tears glistening in her eyes, she turned and walked away, leaving behind the cobblestones that had been both her prison and her home. Whether this marks the true end for Becky Swain or just another chapter in Coronation Street's ever-twisting tale remains to be seen. But one thing is certain: her departure will leave an emotional void in Weatherfield that won't be filled anytime soon.